How much fucking money do you need as a mercenary to keep doing that shit? I feel like one mercenary job would give somebody enough money to fucking last for like, I don't know, like a year, 2 years. How many mercenary jobs do you keep taking? Like, how much greed does somebody have to keep taking mercenary jobs?
I have not been.
What is the life of a human money, you know? Like, how much do you need to do until you're like comfortable?
Listen, I haven't been exactly financially responsible.
Yeah, that means in lore, in universe canon, you had to have been spending your money on the stupidest shit in the fucking world for you to not be living comfortable at this point if you're a mercenary.
And then, yeah, right. Well, capitalism sucks. You know, I live in a timeline where I don't need to prey on the weak for blood as a vampire. You can get it down at the corner bodega and make some, you know, suit in a shiny building, rich as shit.
What would you spend all your money on? The Boo Boo collection?
I know, I can imagine that, right? I've collected all of the Funko Pops, and I've gone out for a night on the town. Drank way too much, even though I metabolize so fast I don't even get tipsy. And then I realized I forgot to save money for lunch, so I've got to take another job.
That is if you really think about it, in universe, you fucking have to be the worst, most irresponsible spender. You must have the worst fucking financial decisions ever. In lore, in your own lore that you wrote for yourself, you wrote yourself as being the most financially irresponsible mercenary. So what'd you spend the money on, huh? What'd you spend the money on, Mel? What'd you spend all your money on? What could possibly be like the equivalent of like, I don't know, 30K that
How
you
many
spent on?
How many accounts do you have, Mel?
Mm-hmm.
How many gifted subs are you donating, Mel?
I feel like you're avoiding the question here. Where's the fucking money, Lebowski? What did you spend it on? You're avoiding the question. What's the money on? Huh? Say it. Say it.
You know, sometimes if you you know, maybe if you tip a lot, they'll give you a little kiss at the maid cafe.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know. It never
tips.
happened, but I thought maybe it could happen.
Spending money. You're essentially saying that you spent all your money on a parasocial relationship.
On my earth. I'm sorry.
Pay-per-view. You're not gonna have fucking pay-per-view in the future. Just shut up. What do you mean pay-per-view?
I haven't planned that far in, but I will say, hang on, don't stop it. I do think that I tend to lead humor first in a lot of the stuff that I do. And I do tend to have a bit of a slapstick sense of humor. And so I feel like I've taken a lot of notes from shit like, you know, like your Sam and Max, you know, kind of humor when writing my stuff. I'm not exactly the smartest lollipop in the
You didn't have to say, no,
thing.
fuck that. Just say that, own up to it now. You are financially irresponsible. That's canon
Hey,
to your
listen,
lore. You
I'm
have to
just
own up
like
to
everybody
it.
else. I put my pants on one sleeve at a time.
Own up to it. Now you have to come up with a reason canonically what you spent all your money on. I need this from you by the end of the stream. You have to come up with a reason that like where you spent your money for you to keep taking these jobs.
That might come up in a future lore video. I should think about that.
There you go. Now I got you thinking. Now you need to put this in one.
I've had that question of like either the bounties pay so little,
which is fucked up because those are human lives, right? Those are like living people. So I refuse to believe that they're that small.
Contract work is not as lucrative as you'd imagine. What did I so by way of getting to your question, when I cast all of my actors, I actually created a little I can share one with you if you want to see it. I created a little what do you call it? Like almost like little character breakdowns for each of my actors. Yeah, I'm working my way through this bit. I created little character breakdowns for all of my actors so that they would have kind of a sense of what they were coming into.
That's cute. So that they could get their ideas
in. This was the one that I sent Aaron Dismuke. You're welcome to show it if you'd like. You don't have to. For the role of Andy, who's like the little shithead fish boy that I run into at the precinct where I'm turning in one of my bounties.
Oh, this is cute. You also did it before. I've seen these when applying for roles. Sometimes people will show you character, like voice references or character references.
Yeah. So I said, I'll narrate it for you. It said, I wrote, For Andy, in a world of continuous escalation, it's commonplace for officers of the law to turn to a myriad of dangerous and eccentric bounty hunters to combat the criminal underworld in their stead, offering meager contracts that barely sustain life in the capitalist cyberpunk hellscape of an Earth that Melizande calls home.
Oh, so you did write in that you don't get paid that much.
Yeah. Andy works as a glorified desk jockey at such a precinct. He generally is unhappy with his job. He misses going out on patrol and working the beat. But rent is expensive, and he doesn't have a whole lot of options. Still, he doesn't let it ruin his mood. He may gripe as a form of stress relief, but he maintains a good if sardonic sense of humor. Andy has a sibling-esque rivalry with Mel. There's probably some authentic frustration underneath it all as he sees her as succeeding where he can't, but it comes out as playful banter and jokes and never gets too nervous. And I created one of these for each of my actors, and I'll probably keep doing it because I feel like it really helps them.
Chat, you kind of see something similar to this, but with less details when you're auditioning for roles in voice acting sometimes. Like whenever I do an indie game, a lot of indie game developers that are really like, oh, I really want the perfect voice for this, they'll do stuff like this. Not as detailed, obviously, nor with this much of a breakdown, but they do have something similar to this a lot of the time, which is really cool.
What comes out of a doll, aside from tentacles, apparently, and plants?
That's a very intimate question you're asking me, dude. Ask your mother.